What's up? We have another test ride review for you today. Beautiful day out for a test ride. This is the Kawasaki Ninja ZX-4RR. It is an inline 4. The way that this produces power is much greater than, say, your standard Ninja 400 and even the Ninja 650. So you're going to feel a lot more punch with this one. We're going to confirm that on this test ride today. So first off, shout out to Macomb Power Sports for making this video happen. They are the sponsor. They've been allowing me to come and test ride all these motorcycles to give you my fair review, my honest review. We're gonna hop on this one. This boy is brand new. Very Kawasaki-like front end. It's actually a little bit lower than some of the bikes we've been on. Let's start this thing up. I don't know if I love this. You have your kill switch and your starter, but a little bit shorter than some of the other sport bikes we've been on, and not as aggressive of seating position. Your feet aren't as behind you. Very soft clutch, pretty good throttle response, slow speeds. It's not too heavy of a bike, so like the balance point's really nice. It's pretty easy to balance. This will have enough power for the freeway, so we are gonna go test it. Wow. Although I really don't like the shifting, as far as like it's not clunky at all. I really don't like that, but it shifts like butter. This is a very smooth bike. This bike feels really good. It's pretty light, so it's like real nimble. It's not the fastest bike we've been on today. It's actually the slowest bike we've been on today. But I think this may end up taking the cake for my favorite bike I've been on today. The shifting is unreal, buttery smooth. A ton of power in its own class. Decent stopping power. I think I still gotta warm them up a little bit. But the handling, it feels so smooth. The bike feels so smooth. Now, it doesn't necessarily feel like there's a ton of power underneath your legs. And it is taking a little bit to get up to freeway speeds, but we're at freeway speed right now. Honestly, it feels totally fine. I could rock this on the freeway. It's pretty stable. Not a super windy day, but it feels really good. Even at freeway speed, it felt very stable. I feel comfortable. It takes a little bit to get up to freeway speed. It still feels pretty fast. Although it's not the most powerful bike at a 400cc motor, this is one of the smoothest bikes I've been on in a very long time. We're gonna go to Urban Street. Man, this thing feels amazing. And I just came off of the 636. This feels amazing. I got a test ride video on that if you want to check it out too. But this thing feels sick. Like exactly how you would want a bike to feel. This would be a really good like entry-level track bike because of how smooth it is, because it does have some power. It does have good braking ability. It just feels super good. Little jumpy on the gears. I like it a lot. I mean, you're not flying on this thing by any means, and it handles amazing also. It doesn't have a ton of weight, so keep that in mind. It's not as stable as some of these other bigger bikes, but in its class, amazing. Now, who is this bike for? Is this bike for a beginner? I would say maybe not. I think the Ninja 500 is a good beginner bike, and I just think this has a little bit more oomph. Just the way the power gets to the wheel, a little harder to control power, but it's not significant. Honestly, both of these bikes would be okay bikes for somebody who has bike experience, that is starting to get into the on-road or sport bike scene. Let's test out the bumps. Suspension is stiff. It's stiff like most sport bikes. It's stiff like a track bike. It's not fun. Not gonna love going down dirt roads on this thing. This would be a good upgrade, especially if you were trying to take this more serious. Clutch is stupid. Like it doesn't even feel like you're pulling anything with the clutch. Both the clutch and brake are adjustable. I like that. And I also like to talk about the ability to get yourself in and out of sticky situations. This has it. This definitely has it. I'll show you right here. Final thoughts on this thing. This would be a good bike for somebody wanting to get their first bike, but not necessarily the first bike that I would put somebody on to ride on the road. You know, learn on something a little bit smaller, and then once you kind of understand the basics, then jump to a bike this size. But it feels so smooth. I mean, unreal how smooth this feels. And it sounds like a track bike with that inline 4. It just sounds good. It's not very loud, but it does sound pretty amazing. And stop and go, since it's a little lighter bike and it's easy to control at slow speeds, probably not too bad. I just can't get over how smooth this bike is. If you are questioning whether you should get this bike or not, if that's why you're here on this video thinking, you know, I've seen it, I thought about it, you know, I'm on the fence, get the bike. This thing is sick. You're gonna have a ton of fun. You're gonna feel like a good motorcyclist on this thing. You're gonna feel like you have so much control. You're just gonna feel like the best rider out there with how smooth this bike shifts. You are gonna feel like you have more skill than you might actually have because of how smooth this thing rides. So that's my review. Hopefully I gave you enough information to help you decide if you want this bike. This is the Ninja ZX-4RR inline 4. This thing is sick. Tons of fun. Enjoyed it. You don't need something huge to have a lot of fun. And again, huge shout out to Macomb Power Sports for making this video happen. I will be doing more test ride reviews as well as more moto content, so subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out. We'll see you next time.